One of the most fascinating cases is Lufthansa 405 out of JFK, November 18th, 1995, where they saw a UFO across Long Island.
The 18th of November, 1995. While flying over Long Island, New York, Lufthansa Flight 405, traveling from New York en route to Frankfurt, made a disturbing call to Boston Air Traffic Control. The pilots reported an unidentified flying object passing within 3,000 feet of their plane.
It should be on our tail about 10 minutes. We passed it just 1 minute ago and it was looking strange.
The UFO was described as a long cylindrical object with a white light on the front and a long green comet tail. The strange UFO was also seen by British Airways Flight 226, a 747 flying from London that was just north of the object. The code name for British Airways flights is Speedbird.
I actually looked about opposite traffic 2,000 feet above. It did have a very strong vapor trail which looked more like smoke, and the light on the front was very, very bright. And Lufthansa 405, how far off to your side did that traffic pass? It was pretty close, and like the Speedbird said, it looked like 2,000 or 3,000 feet above on the left wing, just 1 mile, looked like a UFO.
Boston Air Traffic Control contacted Giant Killer, the U.S. military fleet area control and surveillance facility that monitors restricted airspace over the Northeast.
Giant Killer. You got anything flying out in the area? Negative, 105 turned over. Well, then I just had a couple of UFO reports. Oh, is that right? I had a couple of guys that reported lights just going over their head. I had no traffic whatsoever in the area. They said it passed within a mile of them, like a 2,000 feet above them, opposite direction. Oh, it could have been a meteor or something. No, we don't have any aircraft out there.
Both pilots confirm the object has glowing lights. The object has a green vapor trail, not like any vapor trail they've ever seen.
Both pilots immediately questioned the idea that the UFO they had seen was a meteor.
Lufthansa 405, so you would say that it definitely wasn't a meteorite? So no, I don't know. Lufthansa 405. It's still a 226 now. It couldn't have been a meteorite because it was flying level. It looked as if it was going very quickly. It definitely looked faster than normal aircraft. It was cruising in a straight line at one level flight. Number 226, thank you. We're looking into it. I mean, we're making a report. We really don't know what it was. And the military doesn't admit to anything flying tonight.
While the authenticity of this recording is not in question, the FAA and the airlines have never commented on this mysterious incident. 2 years later, Boston would be the epicenter of another strange encounter between pilots and UFOs. But this time, the encounter would involve a near-miss collision. The incident was captured on tape by the aircraft's black box recorder. The 9th of August, 1997. Swissair Flight 127 was a jumbo jet en route to Zurich. Pilot Philip Bobet and First Officer Kurt Grunder were at the controls. At 23,000 feet, Bobet would later report that his visibility was excellent, with no haze and a clear blue sky. Suddenly, an unidentified craft entered the plane's airspace. The pilot immediately contacted Boston Air Traffic Control.
Swissair 127, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I don't know what it was, but it just overflew like a couple of 100 feet above us. I don't know if it was a rocket or whatever, but incredibly fast, opposite direction. It was too fast to be an airplane.
Later, in his official report, Bobet described the UFO as a bright, white, cylindrical object with no wings, resembling a white shark. Aviation writer Don Berliner filed a Freedom of Information Act request to obtain the FAA audio and written records of this incident.
The Swissair case is significant because the object that was described is quite unusual, and the people reporting it have excellent credentials. These are veteran airline pilots.
Moments later, the Boston control tower contacted another sector operator who was about to take over the flight.
Hey Chris, Swissair 127, he had a UFO or a rocket, something almost hit him in my airspace.
UFO or a rocket almost hit the Swissair 127?
Went right above him, about 200 or 300 feet.
The pilot's official incident report classified the object as a UFO. However, the National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA concluded that the object seen by Swissair 127 was a weather balloon launched by the military at about the same time.
These are not the kind of people who would be fooled by weather balloons, because these are fairly common experiences among airline pilots. It's really hard to mistake a weather balloon for much of anything else.